Respect mental health gang. Here we go. Back. I'm doing another reaction actually. Just as I finished a different music video from B Mike called Anxiety. This one come up. It's called Dear Anxiety, and I think it's by Spoken Word. But it come up and it looked very interesting. So I'm gonna do another one tonight and upload it at another point, probably the following evening actually. But please, if anyone does see these reactions, they might not, but if they do, then please suggest some other mental health related videos that I can react to.
Welcome everyone. Every time you walk through these doors, you're taking steps to find yourself. Remember, this is a safe place. There's no judgment. You are accepted right where you're at, and wherever that leads to
So this is where I saw her up to.
find your own peace and happiness. Feel free to express yourself to release your anxiety. I want you to be able to walk out with inner strength to finally be free. Clayton, it's great to have you back. I know you don't like to share, but why don't you start us off tonight? We want to hear what you have to say.
So quiet. You can hear the chair creak. That gives me a nervous feel across me. When it's silent and people are waiting for you to speak.
I wake up, puddle of sweat. I have nightmares and I get back into bed. It's like these voices just keep playing on repeat in the back of my head, and I can't get them to leave me alone. 30 years old, but still hates being alone when I'm home, because that's when the voices get the loudest. Opening up like this is a moment far from my proudest, but these demons keep pressing me. I swear they're the foulest, but I've grown comfortable with their presence. My conscience is calloused. My dreams are their playground, my thoughts are their palace. I try to evict them, and they return with more. Anxiety isn't an item you can return at the store. I was 10 the first time I had a panic attack, like a punch.
This is amazing. This is great. He's lyrical. He's speaking truth. It's amazing. It's good.
To the stomach, there's no planning for that. And I didn't tell anyone because I was too scared about what they'd say. And I know deep down there was nothing they could do to take it away. It was my fight to fight and my battle to face.
See, I touched on this on the other video with the therapist, and you didn't want to reach out because you was afraid what people were going to say, and he's brought this.
I remember that house I grew up in and how those demons would rattle that place. I'd lay awake at night just staring at the ceiling. I've spent my whole life trying to run from that feeling of being lonely, that feeling of being lost, that feeling of being sick when the lights turn off, that feeling of being depressed, that feeling of being anxious, that feeling of screaming to God, begging him to take this, only to get silence.
I didn't want to stop it there really, but you can see how she started off saying you don't usually talk, and then now he's opened it up and he's on that open road. Look at him, he's standing up and he's got passion.
In return, I lay in that bed crying and I tossed and I turned, and I turned and I tossed to this day. The doctors gave me medication, the pastor said pray. I tried both and this anxiety still hasn't gone away. So forgive me if I fantasize about being gone today. I'm an actor who got really good at being on today, but when I turn off, I go right back into the shadows. I'm in the deep end now, but I started in the shallows, and I might just drown myself in these waves. Suburban hell, these homes are all graves. Everyone's coping with something but won't admit it. They're all too afraid, and these kids are glued to watching me. What do I say if I...
Everyone's saying tense watching him, and I'm exactly the same. I don't really have any words. I'm trying to take in everything that he's saying. It's deep. It's deep.
I'm honest with them, maybe they won't think highly of me. Everything they want me to be is what I'm dying to be, but everything I really am is what I'm not trying to be. I want them to know that they're not alone in their struggles. I wake up in tears and fall back asleep in those puddles. And I don't think I'll ever get out of this valley I'm in. Terrified that all along God has tallied my sins. And if he has, the number must be astronomical. My life is a joke and you keep reading just past the comic. Because everything you think that I am is far from the truth. I wish I could open up to you and just let loose. But my vocal cords get tight when the devil pulls on this noose. And then I'm back to keeping everything bottled up inside. But he's not gonna keep me from pulling the throttle back this time. He's not gonna keep me trapped like this. I can't get out of bed, I was never made to act like this. I'm packing up my bags and he can't stop me from running fast like this. I'm not gonna be a slave to these voices of anxiety. I'm shoving the devil back for every time that he lied to me. And I'm taking a belt to these demons who whisper despair in my ear. And I'm ignoring every naysayer who stands and stares when I'm near. I'm moving forward out of this slump. I took my bruises, I took my lumps. I fell down, but I got right back up. So give.
Everyone's gone home. He's still there. He's in the dark. Just he's wow. This is powerful.
Me a torch and let's light that up. I'm setting fire to the devil and I'm dousing these demons in gasoline. Look at you now. Now you're not laughing at me. Now who's the one who's being tortured and punked? Now who's the one closing every door that I want? Now who's the one watching the other?
Like seriously, it's like hands up if you can relate to anything that he's saying. You know, he's touching on it right now, and you know, it gets you thinking. It gets you thinking because he's bringing up some very valid, relatable topics within this.
Burn to the ground. Don't look away from me. You better turn back around. I'm not done talking to you now. I'm watching your moves. I'm on your back and I'm stalking you too. And when you try to ruin some other kid's life, I'll be stopping you too. You took 30 years of my life and I can't get that back. You told me to end my life and I nearly got killed for that. You took me down but I bounced right.
Whatever situation it is, wishing that someone's dead. It's, you know, we're doing a thing to prevent suicide and promote awareness on suicide, and for someone to say to another individual who's suffering to go and kill themselves, there's no words, you know, there's no words for something like that or people like that. It's disgraceful.
I was lost then I got found like that. And everything you told me I wasn't, someone new told me I was. And everything you hated in me, someone new told me he loves. And when you tried to kill me with depression and anxiety, he reached in and placed hope deep inside of me. So I'm done listening to you and letting you control me. I'm announcing it now that the devil can't hold me. I'm walking away from the old me, and I'm demanding a refund on every lie that you sold me. You knew I'd find a way out sooner or later, and I found my escape in the form of a savior.
Clayton. We're here to help.
See, he wanted to say it all, but he couldn't. He couldn't. It was...
Are you sure you don't want to share?
Go on.
I'm good. Thank you.
Stacey, Clayton Jennings. So that was very powerful. It's like poetry with a little beat behind it. I'm disappointed that it ended that way. It was a great ending, of course, and it highlights a massive a point about what it's like for people. They want to talk, but they don't. Yeah, that was very good, very moving, touch with the emotions. It gives you everything that you want, and it was great lyricism as well at the end of the day. So fair play, I really enjoyed that. But guys, I'd love for you to, you know, if you like this video, give it a like. You know, subscribe to the channel, please, if you feel that anyone could make use of seeing some of my videos. Maybe I could make someone's day, who knows, you know, but please do share us around if you think that someone could do with us being in their life. So thank you very much, and you'll see more of this very soon.